Hi guys, I'm Evan. Welcome to the Grainiac. So today we're going to be cutting a brisket and putting rub on it, a dry rub, and getting it ready to put in the smoker tomorrow. So we'll go over the anatomy of a brisket a little bit. I already got the seasoning ready. I'm going to go with the Texas dry rub. And I have it settled there. But that has about half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of mustard powder, half a cup of black pepper, fourth of a cup of salt, red chili, pepper flakes, and then so what you want to do is you want to mix it real good, the spices, before you put it on the meat. So you put all that in a container, mix it up, and then all we need to do is put it on the meat. So with the brisket, you have the flat. If you're just getting a part of a brisket, you usually get the flat. And then on the top is the tip and the fat cap. I like to take some of that fat cap off. Some people like to keep it on, and that's fine. I always have a bag around to put my trim in. Either you can grind that up with meat later on to make some sausage out of, and make a bit of sausage. So I'll probably just keep my fat in the freezer and grind it when it's sausage day. Grind it with my pork. That'll turn out nice because I have some pretty lean pork, so you want to add some fat to it. But I don't want to take all the fat off my brisket, but I'm going to take off quite a bit of this cap, and I'm just going to be, there's only 4 in my family, so we don't need a 14-pound brisket. So I'm just gonna probably just do the flat. And this is a little bit of a harder fat on the back, so I'm gonna trim that off. And I picked up this brisket on sale for $2.99. That's usually when I buy my briskets. And this is a choice, it's not a prime, but you know, when you're cooking it that long, I don't think it makes that big of a difference to pay the extra money. I just like to get that real hard fat out of here. I mean, this stuff's like suet. And again, it's really nice to have a sharp knife when you're doing this. So make sure you sharpen it or hone it. And smoking method, I have a electric smoker with a pan in the bottom that I'm just going to be doing hickory dust. It's like sawdust shavings in a bag. And it's just what I like to do so I can control the temperature a little bit better. I've done charcoal smoking, I've done propane smoking, I've done a lot of it. So, alright, let's go take that cap off. Just gonna cut down, and then so I'll just leave all that for later. Like I said, I'm just gonna cook half of this tomorrow. I don't need it all for my family at once. So this is the section I'll smoke in the smoker. Again, some people like to leave all the fat off, but leave all the fat on. I like to take a lot of it off, so then the seasonings, the rub actually penetrates the meat. Otherwise you can score the fat and then rub it in there really good. But I just don't want to leave it to chance. I don't get briskets very often, so I want it to turn out. This is the way that works for me. You can get a lot of fat off a brisket. And some fat's for flavor, so you notice I'm not going all the way to the meat, all the way around it. I pull up on the meat and cut in. I think that'll be fine. So that's your flat. I left some of it on there, but we'll take my seasoning. Now, I want to be able to use this a few times, so I'm going to try to not put my hands in there so I can save some for later, but you want quite a bit of rub on there. If I touch the seasoning, then it has raw meat in it. And I don't want that, so putting it on kind of thick. That's Texas rub. You want it on thick, real thick. Backside, well, if I end up using all this, I'm gonna use most of it. Hi Dexter, you guys probably hear my cat. Sees the meat. But yeah, I mean, that's probably what I need for rub there. It's pretty generous. I'm gonna leave this in the refrigerator overnight. Then tomorrow, sometime in the morning, I'll throw it in the smoker. My smoker probably comfortably gets up to 200. Doesn't get much over that, so I'll probably have it in the smoker for 8, 9, 10 hours, and then I'll finish it, wrap it, finish it in the oven, see what we have. So that's how I get my brisket started, and see you guys tomorrow. Hey, time to take out the brisket, wrap it up, and then I'm gonna put it back in for a few more hours. Nice bark on that. We're wrapping it up in paper so it stays nice and juicy. Since we're not getting this smoker super hot, that's why we can use the paper and the tape, and it's not going to affect the food at all. And another 2 hours with the wrap. Alright, see you when it's done. Alright, so what you guys didn't see is I wasn't getting up to temp in my smoker, so I had to transition it from the butcher paper to tinfoil, and I put it in the oven at 400 for about another 45 minutes until it got up to 200 degrees internal temp. So now we can see what we have. And there's our brisket. Now let it rest in the foil for another 20 minutes. There's our brisket.